What is up, guys, and welcome back to Adventure Archaeology. If you're new to the channel, my name is Brandon, and today we're out on a local creek/river in search of antique bottles and river treasure. This creek, once upon a time, ran through a mining town that is no longer here, and this mining town had a whole lot of history and a lot of cool bottles. So I'm hopeful today that we're going to find something pretty cool. So hang in there, and let's go see what we can find. We've got a pretty long walk today. I've actually looked this upper part here just a couple of weeks ago, and that doesn't mean something new hasn't washed out. That looks like that's part of a catch-up, but it does mean that I have a better chance of finding something further down. So it's a nice brisk 46 degrees this morning, one of the cooler mornings here in Alabama. For those of you that are from up north, I know that it is much colder up there, but thankfully down here we don't have to deal with that. There was a nice circle slug bottle right there. Pioneer Brookside, Alabama Bottling Works. I wish that would have been whole, but that's okay. Leaves me hope that there's going to be something pretty cool down here, though. The weather, is mentioned, is much milder than the northern states who are already dealing with snow. But I do wish we would get snow here. I love snow because we only get it like once every other year. For the rest of you that are kind of cussing me right now saying, you don't wish you had snow, well, my daughter, who is 4, would beg to differ. She would love to be able to sled. We'll probably have to drive to Tennessee at some point this year just so she can break out her snow sled at some point. So I won't bore y'all with this stretch right here that we've already been in. We'll turn the camera back on when we get a little bit further south where there hopefully will be some good bottles. Look at this, guys. Floating right down the river. You see where a beaver's been gnawing on that? Though that is small teeth marks that are on there. I'm assuming beaver, but who knows? Look how small that is. Y'all let me know in the comments. Was that a beaver or a muskrat? Could have been an otter? I don't know. We're getting on down here now into virgin territory. I haven't been this far down the creek since about May. So there should be something new washed out. Here's a bottle right here. Can't tell if it's old or not. And it is not. That was probably once upon a time an ACL 7-Up. I can see the bottom. So let's see, is that plastic? Yeah, that's plastic right there. I'll try to pick it up and get it out of here. There's just so much stuff. It's hard to gather it all. As you can see, tire. But I guess every little piece I take out of here is one less to worry about. Well, I saw that sticking out and I thought that I had a whole jug again. That would have been a big one, probably a 2-gallon one. Nice and early. Too bad. We're in an interesting part of the creek right now. This spot right here, the town wasn't necessarily down here, but a very interesting series of events took place. As many people know, the mines are unionized, and they have been for a very long time. And right up on top of the hill up there is a train tunnel from the turn of the century. And that tunnel is called Fishtrap Tunnel. Eventually I'm going to go up there and do a video. I'm going to wait till I have a couple people with me. There's a pepper bottle, it looks like. Yep. Pepper sauce. Not super old, probably 40s or 50s. Anyways, Fishtrap Tunnel is famous in this area because there was a series of events. I can't remember. I want to say it's like 1900 something. Anyways, where the miners went on strike for the local mines for this town. And when they went on strike, what happened was the mine decided that it would be a good idea to send a bunch of scab workers down from the north. So the local miners decided that they were not going to let that happen, and they got on one side of that train tunnel with all of their shotguns and hunting rifles and all of that fun stuff, and they literally held the train up and had a mini battle between the union workers and the scab workers that were on the train. Now, there's a lot of legends. Some people say there was dynamite involved and all this other kind of stuff. I don't think any of that's ever been proven, but still, it's a very interesting story, and that tunnel is still there and semi-flooded. So if y'all like me to go visit that tunnel and take a look around, drop me a comment below and let me know, because if y'all want to see it, I'll go film it for sure. That's pretty neat right there. See, it's got a 10 on it. I don't know if that would have been a 10-gallon crock or not with that 10 on it. That's what it makes me think of, though. Check that out right there, guys. It's like a little mini flask or a medicine. It was just a medicine, and it was a screw top. That's 30s or 40s. Not old enough. Man, y'all look at this. That's cool right there. That is a wagon wheel center hub that has been in the creek quite some time. You can see where the spokes would have came out. That's a really cool find right there. I think I'm going to take that out with me and try to clean it up. I don't know what I'll do with it, but it's too cool to leave behind. You know, that right there could have been hauling people back and forth to the mine, or it could have even been hauling sodas. So it's got a lot of history behind it. I'm sure that wheel has seen a lot of miles. Bottle right down here. Can't tell if it's old or not. Oh, another one. These guys are getting me. These green 7-Ups or whatever they are. They look so good with all the silt on them. Oh well. I just picked this one up. Nice base script Raola from Birmingham, Alabama. That's going to be a nice short shot glass. So finally starting to get on stuff. It just took a few minutes. But that'll be a cool one for sure. Here's the ever so famous sunken boat. Still don't know how it got down here. It could have been from a tornado. Tornadoes frequent this area. It could have definitely picked it up and dropped it in here, because most of this creek is not deep enough to accommodate that type of a boat. I mean, I guess anything's possible. They could have came up in here while the water was super deep and flipped it over. Somebody could have pushed it off a hill because they just thought that it was garbage. It's a pretty good sized boat though. I mean, that thing's a monster. But sadly, that is something that's going to stay in here for a long while, because the only way you'd be able to get that out is with a series of winches. You can see the pylons along the edge right here. You can see the big pylons over there. This used to be a bridge. Now, as for how old it is, I'm not for sure, and this may have been the original road that was going to the other town. They used wooden bridges like that. I remember as a kid even driving over top of wooden bridges here in Alabama, so that could have probably been replaced, if I had to guess, probably in the late 80s, early 90s. And if this was the original road, then right beneath this would be where people threw bottles off and all that kind of fun stuff. So I'm gonna look really good in this particular area. There's a Pioneer Bottling Works. Almost a good drinking glass candidate, but it's got a nice big heel nick right there on the bottom. That crack goes pretty low, so I won't be able to catch the nice embossing right there. So sadly, that one's gonna be trash. I see a flask right down here. Oh no, I dropped it. The water is moving incredibly fast. Well, I couldn't tell whether it was good or bad, and now I may have lost it. Let's back up and go downstream and see if I can walk back. Water is moving so incredibly fast. There it is, I see it. I'm going in with my hand this time. The grippers sometimes can be a bit too slick. Well, no I'm not. I'm gonna use my grippers. It looks like it's a screw top. And that it is. All part of the chase though, right? I think I finally got a complete embossed one. It's pretty weak, but that's a Dr. Bell's Pine Tar for coughs and cures. That is not a bad looking little bottle for sure. Fairly common, but that's okay. It's still saving a piece of history that's probably late teens to early 20s. Man, I was beginning to wonder if I was going to find one, guys. Kept on picking everything up but a good one. That's okay. We'll keep going, see what else we can find. So I wanted to take a second to thank everybody that supports the channel week after week. We are about to cross 20,000 subscribers. We're about 200 away right now on YouTube. And we are over 23,000 followers on Facebook, which is absolutely insane. And we're about to cross 3,000 people on Instagram. And what's crazy is the demographic is completely different. So I have different audiences on each platform. There's a few of you that follow me and all, and I sure do appreciate that. But it has been unbelievable the amount of support that we receive. Now, on the flip side, the bigger you get, the more hate that you get with lots and lots of negative comments about not picking up trash, or, you know, that we're nothing but redneck hicks, you know, etc. But, like I said, with the good comes the bad. And that's okay. I can take it on the chin. But I have apparently one or two people that are big time haters. Usually on a video that I do that's got 6,000 to 8,000 views, we'll get around 500 or 600 thumbs ups, and about 5 or 6 people will leave a thumbs down. And that's okay. If you don't like the content, I do not have a problem with it, because if you leave a thumbs down, it does nothing but help me. Up or down is still considered engagement, and YouTube pushes the videos. But somebody has had the brilliant idea the last few weeks to do what I like to call thumbs down bombing on my videos. So somebody has created an extensive amount of fake accounts to go in and leave 50, 60, 100 plus thumbs downs just to try to get at me. But I wanted to take a second to thank them as well, because that engagement helps my video do even better. So if you want to leave a thumbs down, I'm encouraging y'all to do so now. It doesn't hurt at all. Well guys, today was not a fantastic hunt. Even though we did save a few pieces of history that are pretty cool, that is definitely the find of the day. That is super cool. I'm going to clean that off pretty good and probably make a shelf piece out of it in my shed. That little bottle right there is pretty cool. There again, pretty common, only worth a few bucks, but I was glad to get it out of the creek. The Ryola over here that I thought was going to be a good drinking glass candidate has a crack that I didn't see till here just a few minutes ago that goes all the way to right there. I can still make a shot glass out of it right above the embossing though, so it'll just be a single shot glass. And I'm getting some more stuff ready for Nick over here to be turned into glasses. So these right here will also be shot glasses, and they've got a little bit of damage here and there. You can see right there it's got a nice flea bite right on the edge. This one has a crack right at the top, and they look fantastic when they're cut and turned into actual shot glass size glasses. So I'm excited to get those done. This is a neat one right here. It says Robert Portner Brewing Company from Alexandria, Virginia. Has some pretty bad lip damage up at the top, so I'm going to turn that one into a drinking glass. This is going to be another short Try Me, a nice lime cola, and this right here is an Art Deco. The thing I like about it the most is it says OC, which is Orange Crush. On the back it has that patent date, July 20th, 1920. So with it being Art Deco style, that'll be a really cool glass for somebody when everything's said and done. In either case, I hope that y'all enjoyed today's adventure. If you did, be sure to drop a thumbs up or down, as mentioned, and we will see you guys in the next adventure.